Bulai Tavwa, we love Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Bulaminaka, I'm Linda Form, a student Suva. I love listening to Today FM because they play latest music and they rock.
Hi, my name is Osnate. I'm from Ba. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Bula, I'm a curator from Nandi. We love listening to Today FM. Here in Nandi, it rocks.
Hi, I'm Shania. I'm from Lotoka and I love Today FM and it rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In the news tonight, Mbulitavu defends claim. Petition to remove Mbulitavu by youths. And diabetes a real concern.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
Despite his apparent apology for racist comments, Sadelpa MP Moses Mbulitavu maintains his Facebook postings were based on facts. In a statement sent to FBC News last night, Mbulitavu quoted an article by the late Dr. Ahmed Ali, published in 1979, that pointed out that unfaithful wives of indentured labourers at the beginning of Gurmit were subject to violence. Fiji Human Rights Commission Director Ashwin Raj then questioned Mbulitavu's sincerity because the Sadelpa member was continuing to stand by the biased comments he had apologised for. Koroi Tantulala reports.
Last night, Mbulitavu stated critics have blown his original post out of proportion and called for the resignation of Human Rights Commission Director Ashwin Raj. However, Raj says he will not resign and he will take Mbulitavu to task.
If he's apologizing now and he insists that he stands by his statement, then what is he actually apologizing about? If he hasn't done anything wrong, why apologize? So it's a very, very, warped logic of racism.
Raj adds a precedent needs to be set to hold people accountable for their public statements.
It is not okay to say that it is fine to beat women up, right? It's not cool. Any form of hate speech targeting, anyone on any prohibited grounds of discrimination is simply not acceptable. I want an important precedent to be set. I want this person to be held accountable. I want him to face the full brunt of the law.
Some Sadelpa MPs have called for Mbulitavu to make a public apology. Meanwhile, Raj added while the government works on uniting Fijians, such vile comments will continue to stoke racism and divide the nation. Koroi Tandulala, FBC News.
The comments made by opposition MP Moses Mbulitavu have forced many people to come forward and condemn the racist remarks. A petition has been raised against Mbulitavu to remove him from Parliament. Kritika Kumar reports.
And I'm not Valangi Festival.
Youth leader Ashna Pratap says the Mbulitavu's comments are not only about Indo-Fijians but concern women as a whole.
Well, firstly, I hope he steps down. I hope that he resigns because those type of mentality do not deserve to be in our parliament. It's just disappointing, really. They don't deserve to be there. They're representing Fiji, they're representing everyone. Oh no, they don't deserve to be there.
Along with being racist, Mbulitavu's comments were sexist. Organizer Hannah Person says they are using their petition as a platform to take a solid stand for women.
Very offensive and very, very demeaning. So we shouldn't even tolerate that at all here.
Feminist activist Roshika Deo believes Mbulitavu's racial comments affects the morale of Indo-Fijian women.
So all the work and effort that a lot of civil society sector has been doing to include Indo-Fijian women in political and national spaces, it actually upsets that kind of effort. It, pushes it away.
After looking at Mbulitavu's history, Deo is calling for Sadelpa to take extreme actions against him. Kritika Kumar, FBC News.
The Fiji Development Bank has welcomed the 2019 Finding Balance report commissioned by the Asian Development Bank. CEO Mark Clow says some of the findings of the report were a pleasant surprise to see how compliant the FDB is in comparison to other international examples of outstanding development banks. Maggie Boyle reports.
The ADB report reviewed 8 years of financial statements of 13 state-owned development banks across 10 Pacific Island countries.
Effectively, we are compliant with most of the recommendations they are making for Pacific Island countries, the development banks. We are doing things like independent boards, We are focused on additionality, as ADB calls it, where we focus on parts of the economy, parts of the banking sector that the commercial banks don't address.
While FDB rated highly in comparison to other banks, there's more it can do to better itself.
It's about providing the right structural foundations in terms of adequate capital, having these banks appropriately regulated. FDB is not currently regulated, but there's a very strong case for it to be part of the formal financial system.
Regulation, that's really not the decision of FDB. It's really the decision of the government, the RBF and the board. But we can't have regulation just for regulation's sake.
The FDB overall happy with the report. While there are several recommendations to make the bank better, they say they will consider it. The financial institution adding, though, for now, they will pat themselves on the back. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
Around 30,000 Fijians living with diabetes will need some form of eye surgery in the future. Currently, 60,000 Fijians are living with this disease, and according to Diabetes Fiji, half of them would need some form of surgery in the coming years. Pranita Prakash reports.
Fijians have been urged to have their eyes tested as more young people are losing their eyesight due to diabetes.
We now have a system in which every diabetic should have their eyes looked at. So we take photos of their retina, we look at their lens, etc. So we try and detect them earlier. And they are going out into the community through Pacific Eye Institute and Fred Hollis Foundation. But as I was saying, the numbers are huge.
Patients need to come back regularly for treatment with a laser. That you must have your eyes tested at least every 2 years.
Professor McCaig says what's more alarming is the age group being detected with diabetes.
The age group is the kind of the working age group, okay? So the people with the foot problems might be 40-year-olds. And so the longer you've had diabetic, the higher incidence of complications. So if you get diabetes if it's detected at about 30, by the time you're 50, you're going to get all the problems.
Professor McCaig says the complication with diabetes is terrible as it leads to foot problems, eye problems and kidney problems. He believes more effort needs to be put on the preventative measures. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
Up ahead, villagers urged to fill vacant chiefly title, and Methodist Church raises concerns. Details after the break.
Bula, gue minuni mereka-raki yang total tak ada orang nembul FM, namun dua nasir.
Nimbula, ayaw meli, nawati tiyo may mataniway, ang total tak na warong nembul FM.
Untuk kami nabi serius nembul FM, namun dua nasir isu.
Ini sambol binakan lebih biti, gue nggak lemon tahun ni lebih bah. Eu nganggo emosi balen roka-roka untuk total tak na warong nembul FM.
Bula FM, number 2 NSR.
Bula FM, number 2 NSR.
The Ithauke Lands Commission has revealed that a total of 3,234 chiefly titles in Fiji are currently vacant. Speaking exclusively to FBC News, the Commission confirmed they have no say in the filling of these chiefly titles. However, they are working with the members of the Vanua to deal with the issue. Lena Rees reports.
With a total of 6,160 traditional titles across the 14 provinces, the Ithauke Lands Commission says filling the vacant titles is a challenge.
Our ministry is mandated under the Act to oversee the good governance and well-being of the Ithauke. One of the challenges in serving the Ithauke communities is that they are living communally and own things communally, including their resources. This is where leadership or the existence of a leader is crucial.
Vesikula says some positions are vacant because of disputes, and he is urging the Vanua to take full ownership of selecting their traditional leader.
Our plea to the Chief Leo Souls is to think of the people in the Vanua. Traditional leader is a calling for the service to the people. Have frequent meetings and resolve their differences in the traditional manner.
People have also expressed their view on why these vacant traditional titles must be filled.
So it's very important because the younger generation is coming up. So for them to know that it's very important for every village in Fiji to have their chief.
When they are not filled, people are just scattered everywhere and do whatever they want. When there is a leader, people can listen.
The Itoke Land Commission continues to work with the villagers across the 14 provinces to ensure that any disputes they have over who should rightfully fill the traditional roles is resolved to enable these positions to be filled. Lena Rees, FBC News.
The Methodist Church is still concerned with the Ministry of Education's decision not to have chaplains in government schools by 2020. Methodist Church of Fiji General Secretary Ili Vunisuwai told FBC News the notification from the Education Ministry did not come as a surprise to the church, as the two parties have had meetings regarding the matter. Josiah Nanunga has more.
The Methodist Church is still concerned with the decision, saying it will affect the character development of students.
It is our concern, because it touches the foundation of our well-being, and it is a concern, deep concern for us, judging the way that our ministers and our chaplains are performing in the schools, and especially in boarding schools.
According to Vuniswai, they met last month with the Permanent Secretary for Education and confirmed the church will have to pay the cost of the chaplains if they want to keep them in the schools.
But they have made the decision, and they have told us that will be no longer chaplains in schools. If we have to, then we have to bear the financial cost of it, but not from the grant or government grant.
The Methodist Church want to get approval from the ministry to liaise with the parents and teachers associations in affected schools to retain chaplains, knowing that they will have to bear the full cost.
That's what we are trying to negotiate with the ministry. If they could allow on that part, that our chaplain continue on that area, considering the communities within the school, and the parents, they can retain the chaplains in schools ready to pay. That'll be fine.
Meanwhile, several attempts to get comments from the Ministry of Education proved futile. Josiah Nanunga, FBC News.
The increasing number of accidents happening along the Suvarnabhumi 4-lane road is a concern for the Infrastructure Ministry. Minister responsible, Chonio Somate, who visited infrastructure projects in the Central Division today, says 3 accidents took place at the new 4-lane road. Sanyani Boiler reports.
The highly anticipated Suvarnabhumi 4-lane road is expected to be open next month. However, the increasing number of accidents along this road is a concern.
I was quite surprised, only 2 lanes, temporary. People really have to follow the traffic rules. They've already had 3 accidents at the area where Higgins is doing. We have cars hitting the embankment in the middle, the metal thing. That should not be happening.
Usamate also visited the Numa water source, which is one of Water Authority's multi-million-dollar project.
That's a very big one. It's about more than $11 million. It's just the issue of making sure that the water comes down to the package plant. That's something that Water Authority is doing.
He also managed to get a glimpse of the new Cubacamba road.
It's virtually complete. There's just one bridge that has to be finally fixed up. And we're hoping by the month of August that we'll have to see the road fully functional so that it will provide service to people in that area.
Usamati says getting more accessible roads and having access to clean and safe drinking water for ordinary Fijians is a priority for his ministry. Sainian Mboila, FBC News.
35-year-old Roslyn Razia Khan, currently on trial charged with murder, admitted that she was in total control of the vehicle when she tried to drive into the Rewa River and then jumped into the water with her child. Taking the stand today, she testified that, on the other hand, she did not know what she was doing because she was traumatized by her husband's actions. Catherine Krishna reports Khan said she was in an abusive relationship with her husband.
Roslyn Razia Khan revealed that she got married at the age of 16, and when she started working, she had an affair with an accountant because she was unhappy with her married life. Khan testified that because of her relationship with another man, she and her husband argued on May 6th. That was when her husband showed her papers stating he wanted full custody of all 3 children. The state put to the accused that she was fully aware of what the results of her actions would be, and Khan denied the claims. In cross-examination, the state put to the accused that she took advantage of her 4-year-old daughter's vulnerability. It is alleged that on May 6 last year, Khan drowned her 4-year-old daughter after driving her car off the road and then jumping into the Rewa River near Kasavu, Nausori. She is charged with 1 count of murder. The trial continues tomorrow. Catherine Krishna, FBC News.
23-year-old Suliasi Fuata, charged with murder, has been further remanded by the Suva High Court today. The state has requested for more time to file information and disclosures. In response, defence requested for 14 days to take a plea. It is alleged that on 31st June, Fuata punched and stabbed his 19-year-old partner. Police stated that the alleged incident happened after a heated argument over a Facebook message. The case will be recalled on August 1st for plea. And it's business time now with Rachel.
Thanks, Jackie. Good evening, and coming up after the break. Cancer equipment to be a major boost. And in growing Fiji, historic moment for St. Thomas High School. Stay with us.
Hi, Bula. I'm Selai from Nandi. I love Gold FM. Only the classic hits.
Hi, my name is Sotiama here in Ba. We love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, I'm Miri. I'm from Lotoka and I love Gold FM because they play all my classic hits.
Hi, my name is Fiona from Tavua and I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hi, I'm Ini from Rakiraki. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Leading business tonight, a set of diagnostic equipment was handed over to the CWM hospital today, which will enable a more efficient diagnosis. The machines were donated by the New World IGA and the Fiji Cancer Society. Head of gynecologist Dr. James Fong says this equipment will assist them in their fight against cervical cancer.
Cervical cancer is one of our biggest problems in the medical fraternity, and we talk about it a lot. And what we have are machines that allow us to do small procedures that can prevent cancers from occurring. So, we both the donations are quite timely in that both of them can be used for outreach.
With a look at the global foreign exchange markets, here's Sharon from HFC Bank.
The US dollar was soft overall today after Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell set the stage for a rate cut later this month. He cited a slowing global economy and trade issues that were clouding the US economic outlook. In their previous meeting, policymakers thought more stimulus would be needed to support growth and inflation. The Fed is expected to cut rates by 50 basis points at its next policy review this month end. In contrast, the Canadian dollar moved closer to last week's 8-month high. The Bank of Canada showed no sign that it would match potential rate cuts from the Fed, making it clear that it had no intention of easing monetary policy. Meanwhile, according to data released today, New Zealand's total retail card spending was flat in June. Retail card spending has slowed over the last 3 quarters after a strong rise back in September 2018. And that's all from HFC Bank for now. Vinaka.
Thanks, Sharon. On to today's exchange rates as was set this morning. With the US Federal Reserve's talking interest rate increases, the foreign exchange markets were split for the Fiji dollar today. The Sangamoli rose against the Aussie dollar as well as the New Zealand dollar, the euro and the Japanese yen, and there were minor slippage against the Chinese yuan, the US dollar, as well as the PNG kina. As for the commodities market, it was on the rise. The price of oil was up about $2 to close at $60 per barrel. Gold jumped about $30 to close at $1,422 per ounce, and silver closed at $15.24 an ounce. And in growing Fiji tonight, the St. Thomas High School Parents and Guardians Association is hosting the global premiere of the Disney Lion King movie next Wednesday at Village 4 in Lotoka. It will be a historic moment for the school and those that watch the movie on this day, as they will be the first to watch it in the Pacific. Details with Felipe Nakaso.
It's already the talk among the students of St. Thomas High School as they prepare to host one of the biggest animated film of the year, Lion King.
St. Thomas has been given the chance to host this for the purpose of fundraising for the school by the Parents and Guardians Association of St. Thomas High School.
With a few days away from the feature film, the students are also calling on the public to purchase tickets to help them raise funds.
It help us, especially the students, for other curriculum activities in the schools, financially support the school, not only other curriculum activities, but also help us in term 3 for tuition for Form 6 and Form 7.
And it's not only the students who are excited for the movie.
Well, the graphics then, the graphics now, the song then, and how we've been watching the spoilers and all the coming attractions have been coming. So yeah, we're quite looking forward to the movie come next week Wednesday.
The 2019 Lion King is a remake of the iconic 1994 movie, and the Parents and Guardians Association say that tickets have been selling fast. Philip Naikaso, FBC News.
And that's business for tonight. Sports is up next with Jamie.
Thank you, Rachel, and good evening. Up ahead in sports, young weightlifters eager to compete, and flying Fijians named this and more coming up.
My name is Neha and I'm from Kadavi, and Mirchi FM it's hot. हम आंचल है नसोरी से मिर्ची FM बहुत जुलूम.
Hi, हम शारा प्रकाश बात करता है और तावा में मिर्ची FM सबकंसन and Mirchi FM it's hot.
Hi, my name is Prashant. I live in Suba. I love Mirchi FM because Mirchi FM it's hot.
Hi, I'm Shane. I love listening Mirchi FM because it's awesome and it's hot.
Hi, I'm Rachel.
And I'm Shavi.
We love listening to Mirchi FM in Lambasa.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Two young weightlifters are relishing the excitement of representing Fiji at the Pacific Games. 14-year-olds Daniel Shaw and Roni Talamaingao share their experiences about their first international outing. Aquila Dama with this report.
They are the babies of Team Fiji at the Pacific Games, and they won silver in the Commonwealth and bronze in the Oceania Weightlifting Championships in Samoa.
I just want to thank our supporters back at home, our family. They've been praying, and we just thank a lot for their prayers. And we just thank Fasanok, ONOC, Sports Commission, and the government Fiji and Weightlifting Fiji for making this happen. And to be honest, my experience coming here to the SPG, it's been a wonderful experience.
Daniel is familiar with weightlifting, as his parents, Della Shaw and Henry Elder, are both coaches.
Because in Fiji, when I started to do weightlifting, you would like to go through the same process, because the only thing is that it is a different atmosphere.
But for Roni Talamaingao of Serua, the experience of flying in a plane for the first time is priceless.
Especially when I first board the plane, I was just counting with then the first steps, the second steps, when we were about to board the plane. So when we board the plane, we were happy and we were filled with excited. And then when the plane took off, I know that my ears were gonna be blocked. So I turned on the music, I put on the headset, so it was good. Have a safe flight, me in Samoa.
Aquila Dama, FBC Sports.
The good news continues to pour in for Women's Rugby League in Fiji. Not even 24 hours after Fiji's historical gold medal win at the Pacific Games, and two members of the women's nines team were named in the Auckland Warriors 22-member squad for the NRL Women's Premiership next season. Former Fijian Sevens reps Roella Randini-Abuni and Timaima Ravisa have secured contracts in a first for Fiji Women's Rugby League. Aquila Dama had a chance to speak with the Ravisa in Samoa today.
Trendsetters, pioneers, whatever we may want to call it, but Fiji Mbulikula Nines captain Timaima Ravisa continues to create history, but this time as one of the first two Fijians to secure professional contracts overseas, just months after switching to rugby league.
For me, securing the contract, I never dreamt that
I left that contract because I've been playing rugby for 6 years. Never ever got that secured a contract ever. And I just switched to league this year and finally get a contract. So blessed, I'm so grateful. And just want to thank the God Almighty. Yeah, being the first captain and participated for the Pacific Games, first time for Women's Rugby League. I don't know what to say, but I just want to thank God Almighty for His plan in my life. I never know that when one door closed, there's another one open.
Ravisa and Royal Arendinevuni have been playing in the Auckland Club competition this season, but now it's official. They are the first two local players to play top-level rugby league.
I'm happy that at least I have someone to hang around, and I know we're from both from Fiji, and we're both looking forward to this new journey with the Boris, and just gonna go out there and give our best.
The new NRL Women's Premiership will kick off in September in Apia, Samoa. Aquilama, FBC Sports.
Meanwhile, Team Fiji's Pacific Games Rugby League Nines men's and women's gold medalists planted 200 trees in Samoa this morning. Both teams planted trees at the Faleata Reserve close to the main sports complex as part of Samoa's 200 million trees campaign and carbon offsetting project.
We have planted 200 trees, to contribute to our environment and also to the greening of our games, and also for 2 million trees, that's our 2 million trees, the Pacific 2 million trees.
The Fiji men's rugby 7 side had their last training run today before the competition starts tomorrow. The Pacific Games Office, World Rugby and Samoa Rugby Union have announced the Rugby Sevens competition venue has now been relocated from Apia Park to Marist St. Joseph Sports Stadium in Lotopa, Apia. The defending Pacific Games champions had a light session with Coach Gareth Baber today. Players with World Series experience in this squad include Napoleon Iratu, Captain Terio Tamani, Aseli Tuiwaka, Glenda Kautini, and Isoa Tambu. The men's team will take on Wallace and Fortuna at 8:50 a.m. tomorrow, while the Fijiana meet Solomon Islands at 8 a.m. Matilita Mbonromo has won a gold medal for Team Fiji. Mbonromo finished first in the women's 200 meters freestyle final. This is Mbonromo's second medal at the Games after winning a bronze in the 5-kilometer open water swim on day 1. Meanwhile, Moana Wind won another gold for Fiji in the 50 meters women's breaststroke event. Now across live to Aquila Dhama in Samoa for the latest at the Pacific Games. Aquila, it's been a golden night in the pool. How are things looking for Team Fiji?
Punaka, Jamie, a golden night it is for Team Fiji swimming. Of course, they are the success story so far for Team Fiji as we conclude day 4 of the 2019 16th Pacific Games out here in Apia, Samoa. Of course, just moments ago, we finished with the swimming competition, and Fiji winning a total of 5 medals. Now, 3 of which gold. So that means that's swimming Fiji's 4th gold medal at the Games, including Taichi Vakasama's first gold on day 1 of competition. But tonight, Matilita Mbonromo getting her 2nd gold medal of the Games in the 200 meters freestyle, women's freestyle event. And she also won a gold medal in the women's 4x100 meters relay freestyle as well moments ago, along with Johanni Blake, as well as the Rover sisters as well. So Team Fiji winning gold there, and Moana Wind, an emotional night for young Moana Wind, winning the gold medal in the 50 meters breaststroke for women. So as it stands, Team Fiji now have 10 gold medals, 9 silver and 15 bronze medals. And again, Team Fiji still in 3rd place in as far as the medal tally is concerned for the 2019 Pacific Games. But swimming is expected to rake in more goals tomorrow, as well as the 7 starting tomorrow with the finals on Saturday as well. And archery is expected to get a few more medals for Team Fiji tomorrow, Jamie.
The Fiji Airways Flying Fijians head coach John McKee has named a powerful team to take on the Maori All Blacks this Saturday. The starting 15 includes Penny Ravai, Sam Matavesi, Manasa Saulo, Albert Tuisue, Leone Nakarawa, Dominico Wanganimurotu, Semi Kunatani, Wilame Mata, Frank Lomani, Ben Volavola, Eroni Sau, Levani Motia, Waisiana Levu, Joshua Tuisova, and Alibre Tokani. On the reserves bench, Mesulame Ndolokoto, Eroni Maui, Kalivati Tawake, Api Ratune Arawa, Nemani Nangusa, Henry Seniloli, Sevanai Ngalala, and Patrick Osborne. The match will kick off at 3 p.m. this Saturday at ANZ Stadium, Suva. Pacific Sprint King Manube Tambakaudoro anticipates stiff competition from Samoa's Jeremy Dodson, who clocked a faster time than him in the 200 meters event at the Oceania Athletics Championships. Dodson clocked in a time of 21.11 seconds, while Tambakaudoro ran a time of 21.15 seconds. Both men will square off again at the Pacific Games.
It's his home ground. You know, every hometown athlete's going to go out there and try and get the title. So, it's not going to be any different from me.
Meanwhile, Tambakaudoro was given $1,000 in spending money by Digicel Fiji today, not as a sponsorship deal, but a token of appreciation to Tambakaudoro for all the hard work he has put in so far. The Pacific Sprint King will depart for Samoa on Saturday. The New South Wales have claimed the State of Origin title after defeating Queensland 26-20 last night in the decider. The dramatic finish ended a run of 7 straight defeats in Origin deciders for the Blues, dating back to the start of the Maroons dynasty in 2006. In a sensational match at Old Trafford, New Zealand defeated India in the semi-final of the Cricket World Cup by 18 runs. New Zealand now await the results of the second semi-final match between Australia and England. That's it from sports tonight, but coming up in the new media segment, check out the new solar oven. Details after this break.
हमारा नाम उमेश कुमार, हम रहता है लेबू और रेडियो फीजी में हरदम सुनता है, बहुत पुराना गाना लगे और बहुत रोज सुनता है, बहुत अच्छा लगे हमको।
उमेश चंद्रा और कांता चंद्रा हमारा वाइफ है। हम लोग रेडियो फीजी 2 बहुत सुंदर से सुनता है, बहुत अच्छा प्रोग्राम, नंबर 1 रेडियो।
कुमार स्वामी नायक है, गोंगो लेबू लटोका, रेडियो फीजी 2 में पुराना गाना लगे, हमें बहुत अच्छा लगे।
कुमार नाकाफी में रहता है, रेडियो फीजी 2 सुनता है।
रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
In New Media tonight, we'll take a look at a portable solar oven that can cook just about anything. The GoSun Go stove is fuel-free and easy to use. It can cook most meals in 20 to 30 minutes and can stay hot for hours. It's weather time now with Angie.
Hello there and welcome to the Weather World. Look what's almost here, the Great Friday. This weather is suited for the occasion. Now coming back to today, fine weather spread out beautifully. Checking the west out, sunshine and more sunshine, a perfect holiday spot for many. Eastwards from Pakava to Suva, thicker clouds by afternoon, more rain highly to cross by later tonight. And up north, a graceful weather scenario, a dip in the waterfall maybe. At sea, southeast winds 15 to 20 knots, moderate to rough seas. For the tides, low tide at 8:11 p.m. with high tide at 2:36 a.m. Sunrise at 6:38. For tomorrow, yes, most of us are glad we're towards the weekend, but we may see showers on our favorite day. Tomorrow's temps, Low Toka will be warm at 32 degrees. The west never disappoints. And looking further on to Saturday, our good friend Sunshine will be around. And that's all from the FBC Weather World. Jackie.
Thanks so much for that, Angie. In Fiji and Pulse tonight, we asked, do you think introducing 3 lanes will ease traffic during peak hours?
I support the idea as it will help with the smooth flow of traffic.
We're gonna still have a traffic because there's so many runabout and there's already so many T-junction.
I think it will ease traffic. It will make traffic easy, especially in the morning.
Yeah, it's good for public in the morning and the afternoon. You can go faster home.
In our world of the weird and wonderful, tonight we look at windmills in Iran that are over 1,000 years old. These windmills are engineering marvels. Take a look. Recapping the main stories for tonight, Mbulitavu defends claim, petition to remove Mbulitavu by youths, and diabetes a real concern. Now for these stories and others, tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. A poll question we're asking: should Moses Mbulitavu be disciplined by his party and parliament for his racist comments? Visit our FBC website to answer. And our shot of the day, with fine weather experienced throughout the country, we take a look at a picture of Korotale and Rewasa border guarded by the setting of the sun in Rakiraki. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj. Our Facebook page is FBC News. Follow and tweet us on Twitter at FBC_news or hashtag FBC News. That was the FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, stay safe. Good night.
Natango meria maramani waya manetu sawa au tikitu kutunde nandi ya ndo marata kana baronga na radio fijuan.
Yawa asna datili yawa mara monika. Tondo baronga vale bona doma ibiti lambasa.
Bula natango aprosa ngarse ngor kraki do televio no baronga na radio fijuan na doma ibiti. Natango tsani bukia ngoni na mosi am do taleta kana baronga na radio fijuan na doma ibiti su.
Radio Fiji 1 Nandomo Iviti.